And if you're going to live godly, you're going to suffer persecution. I know, it can be tough. You want to live life on easy mode, but if you're going to do a great work for God, man, you gotta be willing to go out there in the battlefield and suffer the strikes. You don't catch flag unless you're over the target, friends. And we're always going to get people lying against us, trying to be malicious, trying to bring up all sorts of false accusations. But count it just par for the course. Because if you're living for God and you're doing a great work, you're going to suffer persecution. The watered down fake churches down the street, friends hang out, these churches aren't doing diddly squat for God. They don't get persecution. They don't get the news talking bad. People ain't making YouTube videos mocking them, saying they're not godly. Now, that only happens to New IFB churches. Because the churches of the New IFB are doing a great work for God. They're building the wall as seen in Nehemiah. And God gave the victory to Nehemiah. Big soul win, they're winning souls. They're doing it across the world and in the country. They're preaching hard doctrines. They're remaining true to the preserved Word of God, the King James Bible. They're not backing down. They're standing up strong against the sodomites, the reprobates, the false Bible teachers. We're not backing down. We're not afraid. But you know what? They are. Because they don't want to receive. These other churches don't want to receive. They just want to fill bodies in their church. They want to fill a seat with a body. And you know what? I'd rather go to a church with 5 godly people willing to work hard and do a great work for God and suffer persecution than to go to a church of 500 lukewarm, lost Christians who don't know where they stand on their doctrine. They read different Bible versions. They don't know how to soul win. Probably can't even tell you John 3:16. Hell, they probably can't even tell you if they're even saved. And then they probably don't even believe